I got some cargo that needs to be transported around the city of Brooksville from all over the place. Need a vehicle to do that? Heavy duty? I got a couple now just to do that sort of thing. Stay tuned and take a look. Hello Lego friends, Matt from Brooks Bricks here today with a mock review video taking a look at a couple of tractor trailer style tractors or trucks as you might otherwise put it, that I recently built for cargo transport, along with an additional trailer to go with one I got from a set a couple years ago actually. And very excited about how these builds came out and wanted to take some time to present them to you. So let's take a look at what I've got. We'll start first with the cab over and then we'll take a look at the other one. Alrighty, so here we go with my first of the two truck builds. I did this one partially during a live stream, or at least modified a little bit more, so folks have seen this at least partially. Inspiration from this was a number of factors, thinking about just trucks I've seen in general, things I've been looking at on Pinterest, and I will say some recent mock builds by Jang in some of his Twitch live streams that he's done over the past few weeks. He built a couple of different trucks, and it just kind of motivated me to want to build a more heavy-duty tractor style build here. Because I really haven't done that yet since I got back into Lego, and I figured this would be another good little challenge for myself. And honestly, I'm very excited with how this and the other one came out. So let me go ahead and show you a little bit of detail on this. So you can see that this is a cab over design, as they call it. So the cab is over the engine and all that stuff. There's a little side step there for the driver to get up into the cab here, a little doorway to swing out. Fuel tanks underneath here. I used these larger balloon style tires. I didn't want to go much larger on the tires, but I didn't want to use the smaller standard ones that they've had forever, like they've used on trucks since the 90s. And I feel like this goes for the look that I really want. It looks a little bit heavier, but it's not overbearing for my road. So I'm very, very happy with how that came out. The front is just kind of a standard fare. It's got a nice large grille here, grille pieces facing downwards, headlights and signal lights, a nice bumper, nice red line across the front here to kind of just give it some accenting. I chose to use a 3x slanted window instead of kind of the 2x, just because I wanted to give it a slightly different look. And actually, I think this came out better than I hoped it would. I really dig the look here. The cab is pretty spacious, we'll get to that in a second. A couple of smokestacks on the back, exhaust stacks, very happy with that. Got some indicators of attachment points for various hoses to connect to the trailers, for air brakes and all that good stuff. A little bit of sense, of realism in there. I wanted to try to create at least a little bit of detailing around the back portion of the tractor here, with around the fifth wheel, the connection point. Put in these grills to kind of indicate the ability to potentially slide that back and forth a little bit. Got a little bit of indication of like suspension and stuff like that on all the axles here. I think that just kind of cleans it up a little bit, makes it feel a little bit more realistic. And of course, then we got the backlight here. Go ahead and take this off and we'll have a quick look inside. Actually, I'll take the windshield off here too. And I'm actually really happy with how I did the interior here. I think there's a lot of great detail. Got a steering wheel. We have instrumentation as well. And then a nice big console for radio and other kind of stuff as well. I just think that just adds a little bit of flair to it. And, Lego City, they like to add coffee cups in trucks like this. So I figured, boom, there's a traditional coffee cup for the driver of the truck. But in all, I'm really happy with this build. For side mirrors, I experimented with a couple different things during the live stream, and I settled on this slightly smaller build than having larger ones going up along the side of the window, just because I didn't like how it looked. It felt too overbearing, and I'm really digging this look more than anything else. I feel it's just right for these, so I went with it. So in all, that is the cab over truck, first of the two that I recently designed here. I'll go ahead and show you the other one. All right, and here is the second of the two that I built, and this one I'm honestly really happy with. My inspiration for this also goes back to what Jang had recently built, a style kind of having a large nose on the truck he was doing. I didn't want to mirror what he was doing, but just kind of the larger inspiration for it. And then I was kind of looking around for just truck builds like this, and I settled on a Peterbilt, and I'm tried to model this after it somewhat. It's not an exact replica. I mean, it's a, you know, a 6-wide truck. It's not going to be perfect with all the detailing, but I really feel like I captured the essence of it with how I did the framing of the nose here with a slightly larger section up here, and then the sides kind of curving down. Got the large grille piece, and then the lights on the sides here I think meld in really well. And then the bumper framing underneath. Even the small space is actually accurate to what you see in the truck itself, and I'll put a picture up here so you can see that. But I think it actually held pretty true to that. I went with a regular 2 wide, 2 tall kind of window shield here. Same kind of mirrors. Inside, if I can get this off, it's actually on pretty tight. Same kind of idea. I've got a bit of a detail in the console here and steering wheel. Space is a little bit tighter, but that's okay. And I even add a little bit of texture here with a couple of the fluted pieces, just to give it a little bit more of a look as opposed to just flat up here. And I think that it does help. I'm really liking how that came out. On the back, I've got a couple of connection points as well, like we did in the other truck. I'm really happy that I had a couple of these kind of silver chrome type exhausts, and I popped those on there. I'm like, yep, that's it, gotta use those. Very happy with that choice. The back section is basically a mirror of the cab over truck, same height, same style. Connection points work perfectly, and I'll show you that with them both connected to trailers momentarily. And the fuel tank, very straightforward, but actually kind of simple and elegant design. A couple of slope pieces on both sides here attached underneath, and I think it works really well. I'm pretty happy with it. Go ahead and get this back on. I'll do one quick look at this, and I'll show you both attached to trailers. Yeah, there's that. Again, not supposed to be exactly a Peterbilt, but I think it looks pretty darn good for what I was going for. Very happy with that truck. Let's take a look at the trailers now. All right, back with a couple of trailers attached to each of the trucks. I'm using a couple of regular cargo transports that I have sitting from my original Seaport stuff from a couple years ago, which I will eventually get back to. But for sake of demo, I just wanted to put them up here just to show you the scale of things. So I will be building much more of these as I get closer to the Seaport stuff. This trailer is not my design per se. This is the one I duplicated. I tried to make it look just like the other one that actually came from a set, which was 6169. You can see that up here. But I think that trailer works perfectly for what I'm looking for, to transport some large cargo. Containers here of various sorts, that's the idea. I'll be uploading at the Seaport, and with how I've got them set up, they fit perfectly onto the connection point and the fifth wheel here in the back. You can see how they kind of move along. Big turning axis here along both sides. Looks great. And then I'll show you the other one again here. Again, a wide connection, or a wide turning radius here as well, all the way over to the back. And with how they're balanced, they even basically keep themselves up. So I could basically just kind of barely lift this up and slide it on without having to pick it up or it's sitting flat on the ground. So great design. Built a second one, very happy with it. It fits on the trucks perfectly. Couldn't ask for more. So that is my recent set of tractor trailer cab builds. Very happy with those. And you will see them in the city, hopefully eventually. I might even try putting them on the roads soon. We'll see how things go. But for now, I hope you really enjoyed watching my mock review build of these two guys here. Really enjoyed building both of them and showing them off for you guys. As always, I want to thank my subscribers in particular for watching. I always appreciate your support. If you haven't hit that subscribe, hit the like button, give it a big thumbs up. I really would appreciate that. Hit the notification bell, leave a comment or thought below, share the video, all that good stuff. Thanks so much for watching Brooks, and we'll see you later. Adios!